Second half of the 2017-18 season got underway in January. Struggling Barcelona upsetting the form book with a 13-point victory over league leaders CSKA Moscow. Further down the standings, the race for the playoffs was beginning to take shape. Žalgiris, Khimki and Maccabi all fighting for a postseason spot, but with 9th place Baskonia hot on their heels. And Pedro Martinez's side would heap pressure on the teams above them in round 17, crushing Olympiacos by 32 points. Žalgiris also did their bit, a huge block from Edgaras Ulanovas preserving a victory over Unicaja. As the month wore on, CSKA proved the Barcelona defeat was just a blip, breaking the century mark in scoring in back-to-back games, before dealing Panathinaikos their first home defeat all season. Meanwhile, Baskonia's playoff hopes took a blow with consecutive defeats to Madrid and Milan.
Theodore driving in, and he's got the layup inside the last second. Can you believe this?
As January drew to a close, there was no shortage of great moments in round 20. Yanis Timmer inspired Baskonia to a last-gasp win over Unicaja, and Maccabi beat Milan in a high-scoring shootout. But the finish of the round came in Athens as Panathinaikos won an overtime thriller.
There's the layup, it's got in, and Nick Calathes has broken Žalgiris' hearts.
As the shortest month got underway, Calathes was in great form, pouring in a career-high 31 points, but it was all in vain as Bamberg thumped Pana by 21. Elsewhere, Dairis Bertans gave Milan their first win outside of a double week, while Khimki held off Unicaja thanks to Anthony Gill's putback at the buzzer.
What a game of basketball here! Full of drama, full of action, full of passion.
February's biggest upset came in Spain as Valencia spoiled Mondo de Colo's homecoming with a 4-point defeat of CSKA. But once again, the Russian Giants would bounce back, ending the month as the first team to book their place in the playoffs. Here's Alexis Shved once more! The EuroLeague's top scorer taking charge.
He enjoyed a campaign that dreams are made of. The first player to surpass 700 points in a season, Alexis Shved's awesome offensive output decimating defenses.
Shved, the sharpshooter.
It's obvious, we're talking about the first scorer of EuroLeague, a guy who's taking a lot of decisions in our team. He's one of the most talented players I ever shown in the court. Whenever he plays good and whenever he approaches the game with the proper way, usually we win.
He can shoot from anywhere on the court. He can get to the rim. He's a great player, and when he's on, he's unstoppable. But he's always lifting you up. He's a great teammate off the court, and I'm very happy for him.
In his first season back in EuroLeague, Shved is a player whose game is constantly evolving.
The game is changing so fast, and you just see maybe somebody go for backdoor for slash, and it's easier to make a layup and then shoot fadeaway three-point shot, and you just need to find the easiest way.
Beginning his career across town at CSKA Moscow, it's clear that Khimki is where Shved's heart belongs.
The players, the coaches, the workers from the club, we are all together, and we have a good atmosphere here, and it's like small, second family.
He's one of the main reasons why I came here, to play with him, and help him try to achieve, some big things. So I'm just happy to play along, a great guard like that. I've been fortunate enough to play with good players throughout my career, so I'm glad to keep it going with Alex.
Clearly enjoying his life in the Russian capital, he's developed a special rapport with Khimki's fervent followers.
It's a great place here to play, and plus we have great fans too, and they come in every game and they cheer for us, they help us to win like our sixth player.
As well as being the top scorer, Shved also leads his club in assists and steals. So what next for Khimki's inspirational talisman?
I just want to win, and of course, I want everything, but we'll see.
March would prove the defining month of the regular season. 15 teams battling for the 7 remaining playoff spots. Olympiacos booked their spot by virtue of an overtime win at arch-rivals Panathinaikos. A week later, Anadolu Efes were out. Playoff elimination coming against Maccabi. It was brief respite for the Israelis, who'd been in the top 8 all season. They'd begun to lose their way and paid the price in round 26, losing to Khimki Moscow. That defeat, coupled with a Baskonia win, saw those two trade places, the Basques leapfrogging Maccabi into the playoff spots. Already qualified CSKA were aiming to finish top, and in round 26 they all but guaranteed it with a dramatic victory at Fenerbahce.
He's going to launch a long range too, and he drains it! Ice cool Nando De Colo!
By round 28 the playoff picture was almost complete. Fenerbahce, Real Madrid and Panathinaikos were already in and jostling for position. Soon after, Khimki Moscow secured an historic first ever qualification, and Žalgiris Kaunas sealed a postseason return after 17 years away. But while those teams had secured their berths, others were falling by the wayside. Valencia were eliminated, before Bamberg, Barcelona, Zvezda, Milan and Unicaja all followed in due course. Maccabi's playoff hopes hung by a thread after losing a thriller against Panathinaikos, Mike James scoring the winning basket. Their penultimate game would be a do-or-die encounter with a Baskonia side just above them, and it was the Spaniards who came out on top. Patricio Garino providing key plays in an 11-point victory.
The celebrations can now begin for real. Baskonia are in the playoffs.
Into April in the final round, CSKA and Fenerbahce had already secured the top 2 spots, and Olympiacos would claim third, despite an overtime loss to Žalgiris. Their Greek rivals would also go to an extra period, but once again Panathinaikos' Mike James would score yet another winning basket, helping Pana take the final home court advantage spot in the playoffs. With Madrid, Žalgiris, Baskonia and Khimki rounding out the top 8, the 2017-18 Turkish Airlines EuroLeague regular season was in the rear view. It was now full force forward ahead down the road to Belgrade.
The playoffs. 4 best-of-5 series to decide who would be heading to Belgrade. CSKA went into their series with Khimki without the injured Kyle Hines and quickly lost Nando De Colo. It needed Sergio Rodriguez to lead his side to a pair of narrow victories at home, scoring a career-high 26 points in Game 2. EuroLeague's record scorer Alexei Shved did his best to haul Khimki back into the series, and his 27 points in Game 3 helped his side to a 6-point victory. In the next game, he put up a career-high 36 points, but it wasn't enough as CSKA held on for a 1-point victory and a 3-1 series win. Champions Fenerbahce, who'd never lost a playoff game under Željko Obradović, jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead over Baskonia. That unbeaten run ended when the series switched to northern Spain, the Basques pulling a game back behind 22 points from Rodrigue Beaubois. But Fener proved too strong and punched their ticket with a Game 4 victory.
Tough series, it shows our depth. Each game, different players stepped up for us, had big games. 4 tough games in which we stayed together in battle.
Game 1 between Olympiacos and Žalgiris would be a repeat of the round 30 meeting a week before, the Lithuanians enjoying an overtime victory in Piraeus. The Greeks fought back to level the series, but when it switched to Kaunas, there was no stopping Žalgiris. A packed arena witnessed a 20-point blowout in Game 3, followed by another double-digit victory in the 4th game. Žalgiris Kaunas heading back to the Final Four for the first time since 1999. Panathinaikos enjoyed the dream start to their series with Madrid, jumping out to an early 20-0 lead and never looking back. Nick Kalathis with a EuroLeague playoff record 16 assists. But the Pana dream turned sour in the next game as Madrid hit back to level the series. Buoyed by the return of 2017 MVP Sergio Llull, who'd missed the entire season due to injury, Real Madrid proved to be too strong in Games 3 and 4, holding off a dogged Panathinaikos to wrap up the series 3-1.
being on the Final Four is already special, but probably this year is a little bit bigger for us.
The Final Four lineup complete. Next stop, Belgrade.
It was the Cinderella story of the decade. After a generation in the wilderness, Žalgiris Kaunas were back in the big time, competing for the biggest prize in European basketball.
Get that party started. Destination Belgrade for Žalgiris Kaunas.
The Žalgirio Arena was a fortress this season for Kaunas, winning 73% of their home games en route to finishing 6th in the standings. The likes of point guard Kevin Pangos and American power forwards Aaron White and Brandon Davies announced their arrival on the big stage.
We all have a lot of confidence in ourselves and what we can do. I think we've proved what we're capable of throughout the season.
The Lithuanians overcame massive odds, beating CSKA Moscow and Fenerbahce Dozh Istanbul in the regular season before humbling last season's finalists Olympiacos Piraeus in the playoffs. Žalgiris becoming the first team to clinch a spot at this season's Final Four in Belgrade.
The tough guy reduced to tears on the sideline. We've seen it all now.
In only his second full season in the hot seat, Sarunas Jasikavičius led the charge, returning to the city of his birth to guide the 1999 champions to their first Final Four in nearly 2 decades.
I was a huge Žalgiris fan since I was a little boy. I was going to the arena all the time with the parents and following Žalgiris, being crazy about Žalgiris. So to be a part of this now from the inside as a coach makes it even more special.
And Žalgiris team captain and local hero Paulius Jankūnas finally earned his reward for 14 years of loyal service. The Lithuanian forward playing at a Final Four for the first time.
I'm from Kaunas. I played for the second team of Žalgiris, then I become a real first team member, and I'm really happy that I came to the Final Four with my team.
With one of the smallest budgets in the EuroLeague, Žalgiris have shown what can be achieved with determination, hard work and belief.
They learn that they can do it. They can go out in the difficult situations and they can come out on top.
Žalgiris is a good story. It's a good story for basketball. Look what they did.
It's something special that we were able to do this season, but we don't want to really stop there. We want to keep going.
The scene was set then for a dramatic week in Belgrade as 4 giants of the game went head-to-head in pursuit of European basketball's biggest prize. We'll leave you with a reminder of arguably the most electrifying Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four yet, as Real Madrid recorded that fabled Ledesma in the Serbian capital. From me, Ronald McIntosh, Tim Long and the rest of the team, see you next season.
Everybody's ready to rock. So much credit to Žalgiris.
And we're ready for the spectacle to continue on the floor now. Taking one on from deep and making it. Consecutive triple for Real Madrid.
Welcome to the championship game.
You see them jumping up and down right there. We have tip-off in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Championship game. Finds the space inside. Dubronola again is open, and this time he slams it. To Jeffrey Taylor for the slam. Good fast break basketball. Fabian Kuzer with a second three-pointer. Head to Doncic. What a transition three. Knock it down. 55-50. Starts up another one. He hits another one. Nicola Melli. Misses the next straight. Tompkins with the dip in. Oh, what a play. It could be the game winner. This is over. Real Madrid has taken the trophy from Fenerbahce and Dost Istanbul. Real Madrid, and the 10th time in their history, is the champion